boys and girls. It's time for Jerry's Outdoor Show. Heard exclusively right here on AM 860, FM 95.1, KWPC, the voice of Muscatine. Powered by Indian Creek Lure Company, the Sicilian Pizzeria, Mitchell Arms and Ammo, Pierce Custom Rods, Tailwater Marine, Deaf Guy Taxidermy, and RB's Outback Bait and Tackle. Like Jerry's Outdoor Show on Facebook. Jerry, our rods and reels are ready. Let's go fishing.
You gotta love it how Brewer walks in at just the last second every time.
Absolutely, like he's somebody, you know?
Like he owns the place.
Now, what's your problem this week? Can't hear? Can't speak? What's up? Can you hear? He's got laryngitis. Yes, prayer does work, people. Prayer does work. Where the hell you been?
Well, I didn't go get mental this morning, or I would not have made it.
Oh, goodness
and
gracious.
I'm cleaning up that other place down there, and I look down at the watch, and it's like, you got 5 minutes, boy.
Hey, Mom and Dick want to know when you're going to be open down there, South End.
Saturday morning. It'd be tomorrow morning.
I was going to say this Saturday morning.
This Saturday?
Well, I'd like to leave it open Saturday morning.
Yeah.
This one, next one, around 5,
Right.
6, 7.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Hey.
People are talking.
Yep, they're talking out there. And if you haven't guessed it, you'll be talking a little bit later because you're listening to Jerry's Outdoor Show. And I just got to say, boys, the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad.
One more
So
for
I had
more
one more
for
for dessert, You're not a big beer drinker, are you, Tim? I don't think you are.
No, I tried drinking alcohol a few times in my life, and I just wasn't never that good at it.
Yeah, Lonnie, you're not a big beer drinker.
No,
are
I'm
ya?
not. No.
I'm not a big beer drinker, and that's where we'll leave it. We don't.
You didn't mention an alcohol, period.
Now, Randy, your thoughts on that?
Yeah. He won't have a beer with me, but he'll have a mixed drink.
Well, that's just the way I am. See, when I work up in Iowa City, so when I go to Iowa City, I drive 85 miles an hour. If we're going down to Tampa, hey, baby, I'm flying. Same thing with drinking. If we're going to do it, let's get there. So let's just bypass the beer. Let's go straight to the whiskey. Let's all get
But,
to
hell, anymore, you got to be so careful with drinking and driving, man.
That's why I got a big porch. Just stay right on there.
A lot of people do that.
Oh,
nowadays.
you got to.
and his van's parked right up there on the porch.
Drink in the garage or
down by
stay
the
at
levee
home
in a van
There
drinking beer.
Right.
there used to be a time back in the 80s and 90s. Hey, if I'm not in the bar by 5 o'clock, boy, there's something. We better check the hospital. There's something wrong with Jerry, But I don't know when it was, probably late 90s, whatever. I just kind of weaned myself off of it. Mm-hmm. I wasn't, it just
unless it's Fro's place.
Well, even when I go to Fro's,
you eat a lot of chicken wings though.
Right. When I go to Fro's, it's every so often. It's not, every day of the week. I don't know why. I just kind of lost. What's the saying? I got tired of waking up being sick and tired.
Right.
I mean, there was plenty of times I remember in my younger days I was throwing a beer bottle out the window on the way to work.
Oh yeah.
And it was fun. Well, I think the statute of limitations have ran out by now.
Okay.
You worked with a buddy of mine.
Well, and that's what I was going to say, which brings me back to a story. Now that I'm getting older, one of my good buddies I used to build a lot of houses with. In fact, that's the first time I met Randy Brewer was back in the 90s. You were still working with your pa, and you came out. My buddy and me, Jim Ganser, were building a house, and you and your dad came out and did the floor. And this is the first time I met Randy, and they were laying some vinyl in the kitchen. There was a bunch of bubbles in it. And I said to Randy, this is the first time I met him, I said, hey, what about, I was kind of concerned, I said, hey, what about them bubbles there in that vinyl? He goes, oh, don't worry about it. Those are free.
Yeah, I didn't charge you for them.
Nope. But it turned out fine, and that's when I first met Randy.
Takes a while for that gas to go away.
But we get back to my good buddy Jim, and he used to have a place down at Seven Ponds down there. I mean, back in the 80s, it used to be a big camping area and all that.
Fishing and camping and...
Well, they ended up turning it into a housing addition. Well, Jim had a permanent campsite down there, and when he turned it over into a housing addition, he said, the guy that owned it said, all you people that own permanent campsites, you can stay here. I'm just going to get rid of the residential weekend camping. So basically, we'd go down there fishing on Saturday. We had the whole
Place
lake
to
to
yourself.
ourselves. And we would pick up bluegills the size of dinner plates. And I mean, so many so that, by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you're sitting there filleting. Why do we keep so many damn fish? I can't
Right.
filleting them out. But Jim was one of those guys, and he liked his beer.
Yep.
And I remember waking up, because we'd go down like Friday night and, eat something over the campfire, and we get up real early. Well, my alarm clock was this. At 5:30 in the morning. I was like, you cannot be drinking the beer already. Oh, yeah, it's the weekend.
It's the weekend.
Right, exactly. But he God rest his soul, he could drink beer all day long
You never knew it.
and never know it and never get stopped for OWI, nothing.
No.
So he was like Hank Williams Jr. He can
Well, he'd build up
drink
such
all day long and catch catfish from dusk till
Oh
dawn.
yeah, and we had a lot of fun, but he just liked his beer. And I was never one for sitting out in a hot boat and drinking a beer. To me, that it kind of wastes me, But he was a good friend of mine, and we used to do a lot of fishing. Unfortunately, he passed away last October. So I guess to bring it all into spectrum, I'm getting to the age now that a lot of my friends are, hey, what happened to Fred? Well, he's dead. Well, what happened to John? Well, he's dead. Well, what happened to Paul? Well, he's still alive, but he don't look too good.
Hell, try to be my age one time and see what that does for you.
It's
I did that last week. It ain't worth the dart.
Yeah.
But
starting to
the thing is, what the point I'm trying to get back to is you got to make time to get out there, enjoy life, because a lot of these guys I've known from the trade, they're gone. And you know what? You work yourself into the ground. And that's what I came up to the conclusion this week. Now, I work 4 days a week up there in Iowa City, flipping houses. And this week, I've really been hitting it hard. Working 4 days a week, fishing every other night, and fishing all weekend long starting to take a toll on me.
You got to slow down.
So what I've
He's
decided to
whining.
do
Now he's whining.
So what I've decided
Here
to
we
do
go.
is I'm going to
Alright.
cut back. I'm going to cut back to working only 3 days a week.
That's because you seen the weather report for next week.
Right.
Well,
This
actually
week wasn't
not.
no good.
Randy knows my wife pretty well.
Yep.
And she kind of put her foot down in a roundabout way. If you notice, my truck isn't parking
I
isn't
seen
parked
that.
in the parking lot. I had to bring her a car because my truck is filled up full of tools, so I can do a bunch of honeydews around the house this weekend. I don't mind doing that. I mean, my wife usually lets me go anytime I want to go. I'm thankful for that. But get out, enjoy your time, and
Enjoy the finer things.
enjoy
in
the
life.
finer things in life.
Like a good stink bait. Or,
Like
know.
Wednesday when we was going to go, it rained all day. Now, that don't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
But when the wind kicked up, when you was getting off work, it was like, no, I really don't need to go in this. So we boycotted that.
Well, you boycotted it. I didn't. Because I'm going to tell you what happened. Now,
Well,
Saturday.
yeah, but you stopped by on the way home. Wednesday I'm talking about.
Right.
Okay.
And Wednesday I went out after I called you and you
Right.
said you were getting the boat fixed or whatever.
Yeah, and I
you
didn't
did.
get it back till
You-
yesterday.
You didn't get back. So anyway, Saturday I went down and saw my good buddy Randy down there and picked up some of them fine gold minnows that he sells down there. And this is the second weekend in a row that I used them damn gold minnows down there on the river and nothing. Saturday, I got skunked. Well, except for a sizable perch and a couple smaller crappie. That was it. It was terrible. So I ended up going to Deep Lakes and didn't do much there. By the time I got there, it was about noon. Didn't do much there. So Sunday, I kind of hung around the house. Monday night, I went out, and man, that was just perfect timing. I ended up picking up some nice crappie. They're going to be up in the shallows and the laydowns. And Wednesday, like I said, we were going to go out flatheading or whatever, and we
Just
decided, hey,
catfishing, yeah.
this is blowing in, forget about it. Well, it was too much for me to pass up. I said, man, we got a low pressure area spinning over us. It's not raining too hard. It's overcast. I know they're going to be biting. And damn if I didn't go out there to that same wood pile and pick up two more sizable crappie. I mean, these are 13, 12-inch fish. Yeah. So they're up in their shallow. And bluegill. If you want bluegill, you can have you a bucket. Well, if 25 will fit in your bucket, you can have a bucket full of bluegill out there.
To make you feel good, Saturday and Sunday, I only knew one keepable crappie that was caught down there in the breaks.
Right.
And there was a lot of guys out hunting them.
And when you were talking to me about that, because I talked to, I said, well, is anybody else? Because, man, if I'm the only one coming down here and having problems.
There's a problem.
Right. Exactly. But, no, you said it didn't work out for a lot of other people out there either. On the flip side of that, I got buddies up there in Minnesota, and they're getting ready to do a big fish tournament this weekend, and they posted on Facebook that the Mississippi River up by where they're at, by Red Wing, Minnesota, it's going to rise to 3 foot. So guess what's coming our way?
Oh, yeah.
Projected by next Saturday, May 6th, or Friday, May 6th rather, we should be at 10.4. So starting
which ain't bad.
10 ain't nothing.
No.
Yeah, but starting from this morning, it's going to be a steady rise all week.
Well, they've
Just
been
a 10?
steady letting it go for a week.
Well, that's all they forecast is till next Friday.
Right.
And it's an uphill. So if they're getting 3 feet up there, it's got to be coming. And we don't know what the rain's going to do.
Tomorrow.
Right, exactly.
We could fill up tomorrow because it's supposed to rain all day.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
So
great day to open up a bait shop.
excellent.
I'm going to get some sleep in on this deal.
So how about you, Lonnie, our good friend Lonnie Ford? What's been happening with you this week, buddy?
Just working around the property, basically.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah,
found
you are married, too. That's
yes,
right.
yes. I did find a few mushrooms this week. And
A few pounds.
Pounds?
Yeah.
No, not. I
Oh.
didn't get into the pounds, but
Yeah.
I stayed on my feet though.
Actually, I had
This
a
time.
Yeah, that's
I had a buddy post me a picture on Facebook, and he found quite a few grocery sack bags full of,
Yep, they're finding 'em.
morels. And he also, about a day later, posted a picture of him with calamine lotion all over his arms and his legs. So,
Oh, yeah.
well. I know, Jerry, when you mentioned earlier, reflect back when beer drinking. Some of my fonder memories were back in the mid '60s. The old tavern on the other side, on the west side of Rochester, up there. My dad used to go in after work and take my brother and I, and we'd have an orange crush soda pop in bottle. And one of the things that still stands out to this day is that my dad used to go in there and he'd take wash tubs of mushrooms
Wow.
into the tavern. And that's what we'd go in after hours for at night and stuff. And they got into a beer drinking situation,
Yeah.
and they were
I
basically...
was wondering where the story was going.
Yeah. They got started back and forth on the amount of mushrooms that could be found. And at that time, my family sold a lot of mushrooms back then. And my brother and I was there, and it must have been 10, 11 o'clock at night. We had our flashlights and a wash tub, and we went out because we had already found where they were at,
Right.
picked them and brought them back, and Dad brought them back to into the tavern yet that night and sold them all right there on the spot.
There used to be this. There used to be this old boy by Moscow, and man, this is years ago. But his wife had a garden. Well, let's just say a small farm, and she used to have like sweet corn, cantaloupe, stuff like that. Well, the old boy would go out there and pick it and put it in the back of his truck, and then he'd go to town to the tavern there, sit there and drink, and then tell the folks, "Hey, out there's my pickup. Go help yourself to some sweet corn or some cantaloupe."
Just come in and buy me a couple beers.
Right, exactly. So, but then when he got home and his wife found out that all that stuff was missing, but that's a different day and age, Hey, I'm not knocking beer drinking. If you like to do it, have at it. I just saying, for me personally, it kind of phased out. Now, for another opinion, how we do?
I'm still thinking about mushrooms. Because down in Keysburg, there's a Ben Munson. They used to go over on the islands when they didn't flood, and they would pick mushrooms. And he come back with a john boat full of mushrooms, just off them islands. I've been to them islands. I've never even found one mushroom.
I've never have either.
And I've been on them last year. I was on them. It didn't flood.
I don't
And I
remember
didn't
seeing
find-
any either.
But they did down around Keysburg, and old Ben Munson, he'd just give them to the tavern. Took them up for everybody.
Yeah, well, it used to be when I lived down there in Fruitland, them old boys would go over somewhere over in Illinois. Now, I've always found them better in Illinois.
That's because it's on the other side of the fence, Jerry.
That's it.
That's what it is.
It is, boy. But we used to go to Loud Thunder over there, the forest preserve
Yep.
over there.
Yep.
And, man, you'd trek down in there, and you're like, man, I can't. And then you do this thing where you find the first one.
Right.
Or you find a damn corn cob or a walnut, damn, them squirrels. And then you look backwards, it's like, you just passed 600 of them.
Yep.
And it's like they're popping out of the ground at you. But them old boys used to bring them back when they had paper grocery sacks.
Right.
They would bring grocery sack after grocery. I mean, big old mushrooms, So I'll tell you that on the Iowa side, and I don't mushroom hunt anymore, so I don't care if I give this out. I'll tell you right now what my best spot ever was is if you head out Highway 22 like you're going to Nichols out there, and I believe it's Bayfield Road, you're going to take a left on that. Oh, we have to go to commercial break, so we'll continue. I'm kidding. No, actually, you go on Bayfield Road, and then you take a right there, and there's an old area that says Iowa City University test field or something like that. And there's a broken down fence there, and you climb that fence. Now, it doesn't say no trespassing. It doesn't say posted keep out.
It will after today.
Yeah, so like I said, I don't. And there was a few other cars out there, too, and none of them had state tags on them. But we used to hunt that thing, and we would find, like I said, the thing with mushrooms is you get them, you fry them up, you eat them, you go out, you get them, you fry them up, you eat them. Come about June 4th, you don't want to see another damn mushroom. Right. But that's where I've always found them, and I don't mind giving out spots. Another good area out by me, out by Wilton, is the rest areas. Yep. There's 2 rest areas on either side of Interstate 80. And they were always out there. I have never had any problems because I get a lot of people say, I can never find a mushroom. Then you try to explain to them peeling elm or the briar bushes or whatever.
But think how lucky we are in this part of the country to have stuff like mushrooms and fish and cantaloupes.
They're already eating them down in Missouri.
I mean,
they're eating a crappie and
you don't
the
get that.
mushrooms
You don't
together.
get that kind of stuff everywhere.
Well, we got to wait another week.
Well, but no, what he's saying is...
I know, we're getting there.
What the bounty is that you can get out and you can receive for the land. Lonnie said it many times. Growing up, that was a good portion of how you guys survived.
Yes, we sold a lot of mushrooms. We sold ginseng. We dug mayapple. I mean, we did a lot of those times. I can remember, and still to this day, I don't think it's ever come back, but... the mid-'70s, we were getting $4 and a quarter for a muskrat.
Oh, yeah, I trapped muskrats when I was a kid, too.
And that was unstretched.
Well,
most of the fur buyers said, leave them alone, skin them out, but don't stretch them.
Yeah.
Just roll them up, same with the raccoon.
There was a guy in Lone Tree we sold them to when we were kids, but we got $5 a muskrat, and we went right down to the slough, where all the ball diamonds are.
Sure.
Well, that wasn't that big back then, and me and a buddy, we'd go right down the slough and keep walking, all the way down. We got a lot of rats out of there. Nobody cared back then.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could do it now, but
during the season.
Well,
catch them by hand, no traps.
Yeah, there you go. So,
did you ever eat muskrat?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
I have.
Yeah,
it's good. It's actually pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just like beaver.
Well, in fact, I got a little muskrat sandwich here if you want to try.
There you go.
But
there was a bus driver that saw us skinning muskrats one day, and he says, "What do you do with them carcasses?" And we said, "We just throw them away." And he's like, "Oh, don't throw them away."
Yep.
Well, he took them, and then he come back around and said, "You guys, you and your dad come over and try this." And oh my God, it was wonderful.
Yep.
Yeah.
We always just kept the back half of them, not the front half.
Oh yeah.
Of the muskrat. Now,
Of
when
the
you say
muskrat.
back half, I'm thinking
The two legs and the pelvis.
Hind quarter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole hind. And fry that whole thing together.
Well, when you think about
it's
it,
a
all
real-
they eat's green stuff.
Right,
I
all
mean,
vitamins.
Yeah.
It's all vitamins.
Yeah.
Just like a beaver. That's why their meat's so dark purple and so rich, is because all the vitamins. They don't eat nothing but vitamins.
Well, with that, folks, I'm going to take your guys' word on it because I ain't never sticking a river rat in my mouth that I know.
Don't know what you're missing.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It might taste like roast beef, brother, but I will never know.
You're right. You'll never know.
All right. Hey, you're on Jerry's Outdoor Show. We're going to slide commercial break. We're going to be right back. Musk.
I've spent 1,000 miles.
Don't you change that dial. We've got some more great fishing advice coming up. Actual fishing advice may not be helpful. Right here on Jerry's Outdoor Show on KWPC AM 860 and 95.1 FM.
Mitchell Arms and Ammo is your locally owned gun shop. They're a small shop with a huge inventory that puts its customers first. Owner Troy Mitchell takes his time to find the right firearm to fit your needs. Visit them online today at mitchellarms.com or like them on Facebook for special offers and start searching their thousands of accessories and firearms available. They offer online pricing and local pickup. No freight or extra fees. Just add tax and pick up at the store in a few days. Warranties honored locally too. Stop by Mitchell Arms and Ammo on Plaza Place in Muscatine.
Pierce custom rods are handcrafted of the finest materials available and designed to provide the most enjoyable fishing experience imaginable. Each rod features a perfect blend of power, action, and detail customized for the user. If you want the utmost in performance, quality, feel, and appearance from your custom rods, choose Pierce Custom Rods. Search Pierce Custom Rods and like them on Facebook or call 563-299-8645.
The place where he was born and raised.
Sounds like a place to fish or baiting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experienced fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
And now back to more Jerry's Outdoor Show. If you've missed part of this episode or any other episode, what were you thinking? Give Jerry's Outdoor Show a like on Facebook. Listen to past episodes on iTunes, Podbean, and jerry'souttdoorshow.com.
This is Hermit Longhorn. Well, if you love to shoot your pistol and guns are your favorite friend, just call up Troy Mitchell and bring along some dough and we'll go honky shooting, honky shooting. Honky shooting round this town. Sings Metallica in his office when you're browsing through his store. His ADHD'll be kicking in. He's got ammo and much more. And we'll go honky shooting, honky shooting. Honky shooting round this town. Honky shooting round this town. Honky shooting round this town.
Well, there we go. There's another hit song from our good buddy Hermit Longhorn. I'm sure I'll be getting a call from Troy Mitchell here in about five minutes.
Troy's going to be real happy that you got that taken care of.
He
for
was
him.
a fun guy. It's right
he can
up
take
his
it.
alley.
He can take it.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
He'll be all right with it. But, hey, anyway, I want to get back to, now we talked about the fish fry. So what I did is I made an event page. It's out there on Facebook, and already it's lighting up and going through the roof. So if we get a quarter of the people that say they're coming's coming, we're going to have a good fish fry. It's going to be on Saturday, June 11th, down at the VFW. And we'll start probably cooking around 3, but we'll open the doors at 4 o'clock. And the man you just heard, Hermit Longhorn, and the Port Louisa Trio.
Port Louisa Trio.
They're going to be doing some entertaining.
Oh, man.
They're going to be doing some entertaining.
We going to get some honky-tonkin'.
So that's the thing now. Now with saying that, people's asking me about the menu. I said, well, it'd be catfish, crappie, and bluegill. Now the other things, the turtle. You think we're gonna be able to get turtle, and you think we're gonna be able to get smoked carp? Is there enough time?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I think we'll be able to get some smoked carp.
All right. What about the muskrat? Can we get some muskrat for Tim?
By God, I'd eat it too.
Would you?
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell, I'm going to go get a muskrat now.
Yeah.
My God.
Good.
Just get a house rat.
Yeah.
Wouldn't know
Well,
the difference.
no.
I was thinking muscat.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, yeah.
How about pigeon? How are you on pigeon?
You know, my dad said when he was little, they used to shoot pigeons with a, what do you call it?
Slingshot.
Gun?
Slingshot, and then cook them. And I'm like, pigeon?
Yeah.
My wife just
Seriously?
My
Yeah,
wife
dark
just
meat.
said this last night. She was talking about the pigeons, and there used to be pigeons back here. She's going to kill me for getting it wrong, but it was back in the 50s or 60s or whatever. There used to be things called passenger pigeons,
Yep.
and they used to be thick. And people would just open up the door and just bam, 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 because they were so bad. Well, the long story of it is, because they basically decimated the passenger pigeons, come to find out now with all this Lyme disease and everything out, them pigeons were the ones that were eating all the bugs and the ticks and stuff. That's why you didn't have Lyme disease and all this stuff.
Right.
And when they would defecate over the farmland, everything was a lot better because of the natural fertilizer from the poo.
They got rid of a lot of them in the 60s and 70s because they were thinking that they were spreading like scours from one farm to the other farm.
Mm-hmm.
But
So-
most of them pretty much stayed around wherever they was hatched, just
Right.
like any other bird or snake does.
So when they were flying overhead, spraying all the DDT and
Yeah.
that one, that didn't. No,
And you know,
first-
and I can remember back when they would spray muscatine, and they said at a certain time everybody in the house, and you had to stay there for like an hour, but they'd fly over and they would spray for mosquitoes. And I haven't seen that done, but they're going to have to do
I
something.
bet they're going to start
this-
doing
with
that
this
again.
new-
that Zika
with
virus.
this new Zika
They
virus.
claim that's going to be a bad
You know,
deal.
I'm scared to hell. I got a grandkid coming.
Right.
My daughter lives right down there in the river bottom.
They're talking now. It's just down south. I
Well,
don't think it's
I'm,
clear up here.
I'm down
yet.
south. I'm south of Muscatine.
No,
Guaplo, Burlington, where at?
Florida, California.
It just scares you, you know.
I know,
Well,
yeah.
it does, but this
Like
day
the
and
Lyme
age-
disease. My wife got Lyme disease, and you know, about
Right.
popped her eyes out and her brain out her ears. But
That's,
she,
they
she
say
made it
that's-
through it.
I mean, they say that's hell. when
It
you
was,
get
and
that.
she still gets migraines from it. And that was 12 years ago.
Oh man.
Well,
You know.
as long as it doesn't interfere with my smoking,
Or your fishing.
I'm okay. Yeah, well, to bring it up, like you're talking about the Zika, so what I think a lot of you people out there should probably do, because we're coming up onto recreational fishing season, you people should just stay home.
And let us fish.
Let me do it.
We
I'll
will-
go
we
out
will
there
report every
and,
week.
and just like living.
We'll
in,
tell you how
know,
much fun we had.
with the thing we got on MuscatineTv channel now. With that, it's like virtual
Well,
reality.
we could take him with us on a show.
Yeah.
there you go. Absolutely.
Virgil Ward would be proud of us.
There we go. But hey, I got a new thing now. We picked up a new sponsor this week. His name is James Block, and he's from JB's Fish Sauce out of Minnesota. And he sent me a whole big case
I see that
of
big
stuff
case.
we're going to give away. Now, what this is it's got there's garlic flavor, there's trout flavor,
Hey,
there's crawdad.
shouldn't we try them first?
I already have.
See how you are.
Already.
Where's my bottle?
It's right here.
Oh, them's mine. Hey, I'm already in trouble from one guest that called last week. I was supposed to take prize out to
Oh,
Menards.
yeah, I was going to
Yeah,
say that.
he nailed me yesterday. It was first time. He said, "Where's my prize?" So, all right, I'll get it. I'll
Hey,
get it.
You should have said, yeah, I gave it to your coworker Larry.
I said, "Yeah." Call in Friday. You get two.
That SOB ran off with it. What are you going to
Well,
do?
one of these looks like underarm deodorant, and the other one
Roll-on.
looked like chapstick.
Yeah.
So he was going to try to fool you, Randy.
Oh,
and,
was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, here, try it.
Some of that on.
That
for
looks like a
size.
bar of soap.
Yeah.
Well, what it is, it comes in
Underarm.
this neat little dispenser there
And what do
that
you do?
you can rub it on your lure. Put it back on and throw your lure out.
What's that
there.
scent?
This scent is coffee, actually. You want to smell that?
And I've never caught a fish with coffee.
It smells like coffee.
Well, truth in advertising.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's see here. Why don't you give that one a sniff?
Oh, boy.
Green.
Oh, boy. That smells like I just, down at the cabin, I just reached in the river and took a thing of mud out of the water. What is it?
It's crawfish.
That's
a
what
crawfish.
it smells like.
The mud bug.
Yeah.
There's tons of them in here, and I took it out Monday night. I got it, and I used it. And that's why I pulled up one of them crappie.
Oh, okay.
I sprinkled, but to make it a fair test, I'm right-handed. So I used my left hand to
that
make
made
it
a difference.
fair.
Yeah.
Well, to make it fair, to make sure that I wasn't
Wasn't
giving
your
some
talent?
extra. Right.
Yeah.
It's like Michael Jordan shooting with the other hand, just to make it fair.
Just
And it ended up pulling up that 12-inch crappie. So I'm going to say the stuff works. But what's even better is
pull your feet up.
He-
This stuff's getting deep in here.
he sent me a whole case of this stuff, and it's going to last us for the rest of the season. So we got this little ditty to do right now. And now every week from here on out, when you hear this, you give us a call. So go ahead and play her, Tam.
The new Hermit song again?
No,
or?
Call to Win.
Oh, Call to Win? We have that in here?
We should have it. Should be.
Let me see here. I can...
Go ahead, say your piece.
Come on, boss man.
All right, hold on.
Come on, boss man.
I used to write out these sheets.
Yeah, it doesn't do any good.
I've never had one.
Hello there, it's the Colonel, and it's your time to win a prize on Jerry's Outdoor Show. I say, just give him a ring-a-dingy on the telephone. I say 563-263-8600, and you could win. Brought to you from our good friends at JB's Fish Sauce. Check them out at jbsfishsauce.com. And remember, fish just can't lay off the sauce. I say, good luck.
So that's our good friend, the Colonel.
Start calling.
So give me a call right now at 563-263-8600, and you win. It's that easy. Who do we got on the phone with us right now?
Hey, you goofballs, it's Travis.
Hey, what's up, Trav?
Are you guys going to talk about fishing today or what?
Mushrooms go
We're
with
talking
crappie.
about eating and fishing.
Mushrooms and crappie. What more do you want, buddy?
I hear you. I've been on vacation since Wednesday, so I've been enjoying the outdoors. It's been good.
So you got mushrooms and crappies for us?
I'm not sharing at this point.
Oh,
He's going to Garth Brooks tonight anyway.
our friend,
Right.
our buddy, our pal.
One of these days.
So
Hey, I heard you talking about that JB's Fish Sauce. That coffee scent, that sounds right up my alley. We actually, there's a couple different companies out there that make bass lures that have coffee scent in them, and I'm kind of fond of those. So I might have to give that product a try.
Well, I got one sitting here right
You can't
before
put that stick on your tongue and rub it either. It looks like underarm deodorant.
Right.
Uh-oh.
They come in three different. One's like a pump on, and one's kind of like a squirt on gel, and one's like in a deodorant stick, so you can rub it on there. Which one do you
Pretty
want,
cool.
Travis?
I don't care. I can
Give
find
him
me
the rub on
any,
one.
Any one of them.
All right, I'll give you the rub on one. It'll be. Are you in town, or are you still up in? I thought you were going to go see Garth Brooks.
No, I'm in town right now. We're getting ready to head out here shortly to the concert, and so I'm just out running some errands right now. Actually, I just got back from the county office. I had to go get my boat tags. Nothing like putting it off to the last minute.
Yeah, I just went over to Phoenix Products to get my hen tags pumped out this morning. So, all right, come on out here to the station, Travis, and we got a thing of JB's Fish Sauce coffee waiting for you, bud.
All right, guys, have a good weekend. Go fishing.
All right, we'll see ya. You must have not heard the first part of the show where we had to, do work this weekend. Hey, what's up? You're on Jerry's Outdoor Show.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Pretty good, bud.
Well, I was calling about that fish sauce.
All right.
What do you fish for?
Crappie, bluegill.
All right. Well, what kind of flavor do you want to try?
What do we got?
We have crawfish, we've got bait fish, we've got trout, we've got garlic.
You know, I'll refer back to the experts, which I guess you guys are. Yeah.
What are you laughing about out there?
Hell, you're in trouble now. Yeah.
Well,
I think our whole audience is laughing now.
Oh, you meant on the fish sauce. That's what you're talking about. That was because all that spiel about drinking this morning. I tell you what, I will set aside a thing of anise for you, buddy. That's what I worked. That's what I had.
What did you say?
Anise.
Okay.
Anise.
Now, what's that smell like?
Smells like anise.
Like black licorice?
Like
yeah,
black
black licorice.
Here
That's
you go.
what I thought, yeah.
Smell my anise.
Smell my anus.
Come on, Tim. Smell my anus.
I am not doing that on camera. I'm sorry.
All right, come on out here, bud. We'll have some for you.
All right, my name's Kirk.
All right, Kirk. I'll put your name on her. Thank you, bud.
That particular flavor is a very popular recipe for carp meat also.
What, the anus?
Yep.
The anise.
So anyway, hey, you're
Okay.
listening to Jerry's
Now you know
Outdoor-
why we have that disclaimer on the first.
Yeah, I was going
part
to say,
of the
could you
show,
play that?
so-
Because we didn't get a chance to do that. Brewer's always late. Look what we had to do to my show.
I was late
Let's
one
see
time.
here. Let's see
I want
here.
you to... No, it's not because you're late. Listen to what we had to do to my show, Randy.
Yeah.
For
hold
4
on
years
here.
I've been on here without this, and now this is what we got to do.
Yeah, corporate
on my
advised
show.
us to do this, so.
The following is a lease time program. Prairie Radio Communications is not responsible for its content.
So we
Thank
had to
you,
add that
Randy
in there.
Brewer.
Hey, I'm making sure everybody's nip and tuck.
So anyway, yeah, we're going to be doing that every week. When you hear our good friend, the Colonel, you just give me a call at 563-263-8600 and you win.
Hey, we got a guest out there that getting ready to retire from Illini.
Uh-huh.
If she'll call in and tell me a shirt size, I will bring her a shirt next week.
Okay.
Either a black or a green, but I need to know the
Is Bobby
size
going to
and
get
what
mad
color.
about you going through her closet and giving her clothes away? Or
Well, she wants some new ones, and these are stained up, so
Okay.
I'll make sure.
There, maybe that's her right now. Hey, you're on Jerry's Outdoor Show. Who is this?
No, they hung up.
Randy's giving away clothes. That was probably your wife or my wife.
Probably.
You jerks need to get your butts on home.
She's
Let
down
Lonnie
there
do the rest
cleaning
of
up.
the show.
She's down there cleaning up the other bait shops. What she's doing.
There we go. Hey, you're on Jerry's Outdoor Show. Who do we got?
Tell him if he's giving up shirts, I want one.
And who we got here?
This would be Mrs. Brewer.
I was going to say that sounded like Bobby.
I told you I'd get rid of some of them old dirty shirts you had.
You're so funny.
Well, you know, Bobby, did he tell you this little thing? He says, you know, every time you buy a lure or any kind of fishing tackle, you should buy your wife some shoes.
That's awesome. I need some boots.
That's exactly what Jerry's wife said. Somehow they got the story twisted around when I buy a fishing pole, not a lure, that Bobby gets a new pair of boots.
Well, how many fishing poles you got down there, Randy?
2.
How many boots you got, Bobby? None. That's you're 2 in the hole already.
Trust me, she got more boots than I got poles. if she stays out of the other shed.
I need about 5 more pairs of boots to catch up with them poles.
5 more pair of boots, Randy.
She found the back door.
Nobody's going to be fishing at all
She's
this
been
weekend.
playing with my dynamite.
There we go.
Well, Randy, just knowing you newly, I could see where there's a need for boots being around you.
That's why she wears the high top ones. There ain't no bull.
There you go. Well, what you got going on today, Bobby? You ain't down there cleaning that bait shop, are you?
Yeah, that's my chore for the
Oh, no, it says RBs. It doesn't say BBs.
What do you think
Easy.
the B stands for?
Thanks, Jerry, old buddy.
Hey, buddy, it swings
I know,
both
I
ways.
know.
It's my wife listens too, and there ain't. You know how many times I come home and. What did Randy mean when he said he was just
Never
being
mind.
funny for the radio, dear? That's all he meant. That's all.
pull it off.
Oh, there, Randy Brewer. Oh, he's a funny guy.
You're the one that puts it on replay on that other stuff. You know, if this was a one-time show, nobody could go back and listen to it and see whether you said sheep, like to jump over a fence. See?
All right. Well, I suppose, Bobby, we'll let you go, sweetheart.
Hey, don't you want some stink bait? Some of that coffee scent for under my arm or something?
Yeah, there you go.
It ain't gonna last long. They're small they're small bars up.
Well, I got the lip balm you can put on
Oh,
there.
do you?
There you go.
All right. See you guys later.
All right, thank you, Bobby.
See ya, hon.
Your dear wife's slaving away down there in the beach.
Evidently she ain't, or she wouldn't have time to call in.
What were you doing listening to that radio, woman?
I told you to get that cleaned up. Well, that'll go over good.
Local Muscatine man found with a mop handle shoved up. Hey, we got some local news to get to, and then we're going to go to commercial. So let's run this, and we'll be right back with Jerry's Outdoor Show.
From the Port Louisa News Studio and Trailer House, here's Inside the Outdoors with Hermit Longhorn.
Well, says here a bizarre creature that appears to be a fish with legs has been found in New Zealand. The fish, an ugly black spiny-skinned animal, has 2 fins on either side of its body. However, rather than being attached to close to the abdomen, the fins are turned down and stretched out, looking like 2 feet that could propel the fish along the seabed. In an unrelated story, Taco Bell has just added the walking fish taco to its menu. Them sound good. We're going to have to get us some of those, huh, Lester? Oh, here's a good one. A Lake Odessa man is suing his dentist. Just kidding. Folks from Lake Odessa don't even go to the dentist. Here we go. Louisa County's voting on allowing ATVs on gravel roads. Only problem is, to get the special permit, you gotta know what the abbreviation ATV stands for. Now, wait a minute. Who wrote this story anyways? Who don't know what a TV stands for? And who wants to watch TV on a gravel road? You be getting hit by a car, a truck, or a dang mule pulling a cart. Well, earlier this week, a 47-pound muskie was caught up in some gill nets up in Spirit Lake. Truly a record-setting fish for the state. When Randy Brewer was asked for comment, he replied, I've seen bigger. And finally, it seems that mushroom season is kicked into full swing. Lots of the area hunters have been posting sizable bags on Facebook. If you're one of those people posting mushroom pics on the internet, when Tim Scott calls, tell him these ain't those kind of mushrooms. Well, there you'll have it. This is Hermit Longhorn reporting from the inside of the Outdoor Show.
Hey, you're listening to Jerry's Outdoor Show on KWPC 860 AM and 95.1 FM.
Well, what the hell is supposed to do, you moron?
Is your boat not starting well or running to its fullest potential? Have Nigel at Tailwater Marine take a look and have it running tip-top again. Conveniently located on Mississippi Drive, just south of downtown Muscatine, Tailwater Marine has years of experience and the skills to keep you worry-free on the water. Tailwater also carries towables, water toys, and accessories for your fun and safety on the water. Call Tailwater Marine, 563-264-BOAT. That's 563-264-2628.
That's a spicy meatball.
The Sicilian Pizzeria in Wilton is now serving domestic and import beer plus wine that complement all the great dishes prepared by owner and our friend Gary Brown. The Sicilian brings you the taste of New York Sicilian-style pizza plus Chicago favorites like Italian beef, meatball, and many more delicious authentic sandwiches. Really hungry? Order a Chicago-style stuffed pizza. Mouth-watering good. It's the Sicilian Pizzeria, 912 West 5th Street in Wilton. Call and place your order with Gary today at 563-732-9396. Satisfy your taste buds with the Sicilian.
And now back to more Jerry's Outdoor Show. If you've missed part of this episode or any other episode, what were you thinking? Give Jerry's Outdoor Show a like on Facebook. Listen to past episodes on iTunes, Podbean, and jerry'soutdoorshow.com.
All right, we are back, and we got via telephone the man I was just talking about a little bit earlier, Mr. James Block of JB's Fish Sauce. How are you doing, James? Well, it'd be better if I could hear you. Now I can.
How's that?
That's perfect. Thank you. How you doing this morning, bud?
Doing real good.
So,
thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for sending all the prizes. As you can tell, we've had a little bit of fun with it this morning, but a lot of guys on the serious side are really anxious to try it out.
Absolutely.
So what gave you the idea for the fish sauce?
Wait, I was a competitive tournament fisherman for a good 10 to 12 years, and before I started making this, I used a similar product for all that time, and I just kind of didn't feel like it was as effective as it could have been, and especially based on some of the most recent research and some other products that have come out on the market. And really what I I just started making it for myself, and then gave it to a couple of buddies of mine, and they experienced considerable success with it, including a nice win on Lake Okoboji up in northwest Iowa, and so that kind of compelled me to see if there was a market for it, and then in testing the market and doing further research, living in Minnesota, I decided to move forward with it, and next thing I know, I'm sitting here on over 5 different scents that I offer and 4 different ways to apply it. So, and now here I am on the radio shows. And
is that kind of like
trying to
opening
get
up
the word
a
out
bait?
about a fish attractant that is effective beyond anything of my wildest dreams, and better than anything else that really I can find on the market.
Yeah, I went to jbsfishsauce.com if you want to, if you're playing along right now at home on your computer and you're listening, go over to jbsfishsauce.com and take a look at his. That's if you're at home. If you're driving, don't text right now and try to look it up. But no, actually, you've got some pretty big names on there promoting your product.
I do. Yep.
And so I don't think they would be doing it if it wasn't working.
That's right. We took a big jump this last fall in talking to some guys and getting the product in their hands last summer. And they decided that, man, we really like what we have, and we want to try and endorse and help promote, the small custom type of business. And I had the opportunity to get with a gentleman, Trevor Lowe, who qualified for the Bassmaster Classic this past March. And Lance Baker, who is a Huxley, Iowa native, and he's working his way through the FLW ranks. And then I've also gotten with a local guy from Minnesota area, Austin Felix, and he's on the FLW Pro Tour. He's actually on his way down to Pickwick right now for a tour event. And then I also got a gentleman by the name of Grant Karsten, and on the kayak side, and who's qualified for the national championship in kayak fishing on Kentucky Lake this past spring.
Awesome.
So I've got some pretty heavy hitters in the industry, and it's fantastic. And their endorsement means a lot to me because I know they believe in the product.
Right, and I want to kind of get back to this a little bit about your product. Like you said, you got 4 ways to applicate it, and now you sent. We talked to you a couple weeks ago, and then you sent me a box of it. And I've got the spray on, and we kind of talked about the little mini deodorant sticks and the chapstick. And we also got I would say it's kind of like a makeup jar or a little jar so do any of these work? Any of these applications work better for a different approach? Or what I'm trying to say is, does one work better on a rig than a lure or this or that?
For bass or for crappie or...
Right, yeah, no, absolutely. I would not say that they're necessarily species specific.
Okay.
I use garlic from anywhere from topwater all the way down to jigs, soft plastics, and for a multitude of species. I really like garlic actually on my live night crawlers. That's a little bit of a secret that I heard from a walleye professional in Minnesota, that he uses garlic on his night crawlers.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that last summer when I heard about it, and I was out fishing guys that were right next to me in the boat, 3-to-1 with it. So I use garlic on my live night crawlers, but I also use it for bass fishing. I love it on my frogs, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, I used the anise. I used that on a slider worm, and bang, I pulled that crappie up. I think I tagged you with it when I pulled it up. So it definitely works. Now, like in a lure situation, how many times, like I was using a little grub worm, plastic.
Sure.
How many times should you reapply it? I mean, obviously.
The product's an oil-based, so it sticks really well. And so it kind of depends on water temperatures. The warmer the water, the more often you would want to apply it.
Okay.
And the other
That makes
thing is,
sense.
like the mist, you would want to apply more often than what you would, say, the chapstick or the paste.
Okay.
So the chapstick and the paste are really, once it's on there, it's really not going to be coming off very easily. So sometimes I apply it fairly regularly just because I like to reapply it, and it's kind of it's a confidence factor, right? I mean, if I'm not catching fish, I'm like, well, what's the problem? Well, I need to reapply my scent. It's kind of my theory. And sometimes,
yeah, but you don't have to buy it. See, you can find it all the time.
Well, see, that's what I do from a marketing point of view. What I would do is like, here, buy 8 bottles and dump 7 into the lake when you get there, and that kind of chums
a hole.
You're chumming them.
Yeah.
Chumming them.
Hey, now that you got that up and running, is that like running a bait shop? You don't get to go fishing no more because you're too busy making this stuff?
I've seen my time on the water go by the wayside. I was just recently invited to go out to Sturgeon Bay with Austin and to do some photography and some video shooting. And I'm just like, well, that's fantastic. So I'm going to get to sit here with the camera watching you catch 6 or 7 times smallmouth.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm not sure where the fun is there, but in the meantime, all my neighbors will think, "Oh boy, he's fishing this weekend." So, the fishing definitely takes a back seat to this, but at the same time, I'm in an industry now that I absolutely love. So, in my mind, it's just as good as having the rod and reel in my hand.
Yeah,
and something that people like.
Right.
Kind of pat yourself on the back.
Right.
Right, exactly.
Well, the biggest question I want to know, like I said, with all these, the sense that how do you know it tastes like crawfish?
Right. Well,
how do you know it tastes like bait fish?
Right. And so this is, this is based on scientific research. And so what's in these bottles is there's 2 theories in these bottles. The first theory is that it masks human odors. Berkeley did a study some years back, and to try and prove that their stuff works, and what they actually found is what fish are repelled against. And some of those things are like DEET, mosquito spray, sunblock, and then a myriad of different food acids that we get in our hands, and we transfer that to our baits. And they had those in their tanks, and the fish would practically curl up their nose to those things that had those scents on them. So then you use like things like garlic and the anise is really just a cover scent. It's not an attractant, despite what the marketers want you to think. That doesn't attract fish, but it does cover those nasty human odors that we carry and put on our lures. The other part of my product is over 50% of each bottle has real crude fish oils in them, and the crawfish scent has real crude crawfish oils in them. And that's really the attractive quality of these products. So it is much, when we were talking about chumming, it's very much like you're chumming, just like they do for sharks, in the 5-gallon buckets, pails, and throw them out the side in the saltwater.
Well, it's
the
same concept that we have we use a lot of stink bait down here. You need to throw that out there a couple times in that spot, and that kind of gets that scent out there.
Case of cat food.
Absolutely.
Right. Right, or the Milo or whatever. So anyway, this is going real good for you, James.
It is.
Now, where is it? Can they only buy it through your website, or do you have? Are you out in the retail world yet?
Yes, no, I'm in both spots, so you can definitely find it at jbsfishsauce.com. I also am in some stores, local small stores. It's not in any large. I'm not in a Bass Pro Shops or a Cabela's. Okay. This is a custom-made product, so I don't know that I could necessarily supply demand for a real large retailer, and I'm okay with that. I don't want the integrity of the recipe to be jeopardized. Right. But it can be found in smaller stores. I know you're in the Quad Cities. I think there's a gentleman not too far named Kyle Robinson. He has Indian Creek Lure Company.
Right, he's one of our sponsors.
Yes, that's right. So I know that he carries the products, and it can be found there if you're local there. In Des Moines, Tournament Tackle carries JB's Fish Sauce. So those are 2 of my retailers there in Iowa that are probably within your, the audience that's listening in right now.
Well, one of my partners here on the show actually owns 2 bait shops here in Muscatine, and I'm sure he's going to be interested in carrying.
I wouldn't mind putting the product in.
Right.
Absolutely awesome. Fantastic. So, and it's I keep it very compelling for dealers. It's about getting the word out right now, and
right.
Well, we will do our best on your end, and like I said, for everybody out there listening, once we'll talk to you off air here and get you squared away with Randy and all that stuff. But in the meantime, you can go to jbfishsauce.com. You can place an order that, or you can call here every week and try to win yourself some of this.
Absolutely, there's free. I like free.
I do too. But no, I appreciate you coming on board and all that, and I don't think we can squeeze another sponsor in if we tried. But I look forward to it, and like I said, my thing here is the little guys. The guys out there just starting, getting it out there, get it going. If it works, man, I'm going to promote you. And brother,
I appreciate it.
And brother, what I saw the other night, it appears to me that it's working. So
I appreciate it a lot.
The guy that called in earlier, I don't know if you're listening to the show up there, but Travis Loving is one of my big bass guys here, and he puts a lot of big bass in the boat, and he was really tickled pink about the coffee. So
awesome.
All right, so go check out my good friend James.
Stories I love to hear.
All right, Cool Beans. You can contact him on through Facebook. You can send me a link, whatever. We'll get you taken care. I appreciate you taking your time out this morning, James. We'll talk to you a little bit later, bud.
I appreciate you having me on.
No problem. Thank you. Hey, that's great. That's awesome. Hey, we got to run a couple more commercials, and then we're going to be right back.
Are you looking for a reliable taxidermist who does superior work? Here's taxidermist Shannon Spooner telling you in sign language why he's the best around. Oh, we forgot to mention, he's deaf. Deaf Guy Taxidermy in Clinton mounts every type of game imaginable, from deer and coyotes, fish and ducks, you name it, he can mount it. Text him, please. Don't call 563-613-4411 or send him an email to deafguytaxidermy@icloud.com. Deaf Guy Taxidermy, proud sponsor of Jerry's Outdoor Show. Listen on KWPC Friday mornings at 10 a.m. Shannon wishes he could. Indian Creek Lure Company is your family-owned tackle shop. They carry the finest in bass fishing products. They carry items not found anywhere else. In fact, if they don't have it, you don't need it. Indian Creek Lure Company specializes in the more specialized tackle. Indian Creek also carries Dobbins and Denali fishing rods, as well as their own line of Indian Creek rods. They can help you spec out a custom rod that's the perfect fit for you, and they cater to bass clubs and tournament anglers. Check out their website, IndianCreekLures.com today.
All right, we are back, and man, the hour just flew by. I think we're going to have to probably go up to 2 hours, guys.
I don't think she's done cleaning yet. I'm probably
you're going to have to drive around.
We're going to need a longer disclaimer for a 2-hour show, I think.
Tim.
Better one.
Tim.
Yeah.
Friend, buddy.
Yeah.
Come on.
Here it comes.
Here I go out the back door.
Here, you want the chapstick or you want the bulb? You're going to need some lubrication, my friend.
Chapstick.
Anyway, so, yeah, I'm not going to get out this weekend. Don't sound like a lot of people are going to get out because of rain. I got a ton of honeydews to do. Randy's getting the shop open, and it'll open Saturday. He didn't say which Saturday. Lonnie's got some trees to do some trimming on, right?
Yes, I started this morning already.
So you got your campground?
Bad weekend for fishing.
Yeah, it was a bad weekend for me. So anyway, but you got all your campground all filled up out there now?
Yep. Yes, we opened April 1st, and same people come back.
Yeah. So that is awesome. Tim Scott, what do you got going on? Trip to the liquor store afterwards?
No.
We started with that. You going to finish with that?
I thought RB was buying lunch today. Is that true? Or
well, here you go. I got some crawfish right here. But no, I figure with all you got going on, you don't have all the new radio stuff yet. So they should spell you a day or two. And
they keep me busy out here.
So let's all go down to Jody's and do some shots and see where we end up. I know Randy knows the people at the sheriff's department real well, so he can get us out of anything.
Yeah, I bet.
Nobody will pay attention to that big white van going down the street. Oh, speaking of that,
heavy shoulders.
We got to apologize to the people out there that follow us on Facebook, because now Randy's on Facebook.
Oh no,
I've never touched a computer. Never touched a computer.
Last Sunday, I brought down Randy a present. We do some horse swapping back and forth.
That gold medal sure do work.
Gold medal. Anyway, I brought down a 5-foot alligator gar that come out of Mississippi down there in the Gulf, and kind of took a picture of it in front of Randy's shop, holding it up, and everybody's, oh my God, look at the size of that! Oh,
The truth be, that fish was caught in 1984.
And they didn't even use a hook.
Yeah, if you look at the picture real closely, you can see his mouth is wide open. And he ain't struggling a bit. Like we are. And we'll see y'all next week right here on Jerry's Outdoor Show. Bye-bye, folks.
Bye-bye, folks.
You've been listening to Jerry's Outdoor Show. Special thanks to Indian Creek Lure Company, the Sicilian Pizzeria Wilton, Mitchell Arms and Ammo, Pierce Custom Rods, Tailwater Marine, Deaf Guy Taxidermy, and RB's Outback Bait and Tackle. Tune in every Friday morning at 10 a.m. right here on AM 860, FM 95.1, KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Well, I love her, but I love to fish. I spend all day out on this lake, and hell is all I can.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle.